Alright, so Rampage has officially dropped out of the $1 million game. Literally within hours of Alex Duvall releasing this video, Rampage sent out a tweet saying, "Backing out of this game. Sad to not be able to play, but hopeful to be in a better position next year. Looking forward to seeing all the action unfold end of May. Will 100% be tuned in." Which had a lot of people questioning if this was actually a joke, until Ryan Feldman would later confirm this during an interview with Doug Polk. Nick Airball was also scheduled to play, but he left people a bit confused when he made this tweet before playing at the Lodge, leaving people to wonder if he would still be playing in the $1 million game. Feldman and Vertucci did briefly cover this during the interview, mentioning that Airball decided to back out of the $1 million game this year, but they didn't really go into more detail than that. The commentators over the 4 days are David Tuckman, Christian Soto, and Charlie Wilmoth, and player interviews will be done by Nick Vertucci and Veronica Brills. As for the lineup, Santos and one of the new regulars, Peter, are scheduled to play all 4 days, as well as a friend of Santos that hasn't been named yet. Brandon Steven is also expected to play the first 3 days, but he isn't currently on the lineup for day 4. Day 1, we also have Texas Mike, who just recently crossed over Alan Keating's all-time VPIP at Hustler Casino, as well as Alan Keating himself, which most of you guys already know. And last up for day 1, we have a player named Charlie Hook, which is someone who hasn't played at Hustler Casino yet, but he did play on stream at the Lodge a while back. Day 2, we have at least 2 players who have already backed out, and a possible third person dropping out of the game, according to Ryan Feldman. Jungleman was only scheduled to play on day 2, but has apparently pulled out of the game along with Tony G. Tom Dwan is expected to play the last 3 days, but Feldman says that they haven't been able to get a hold of him in the past couple weeks, so it isn't 100% confirmed that Tom Dwan is going to show up. Besides the 4 players that I mentioned earlier, Doug Polk is the last player currently announced for day 2, although Feldman did mention that there's another 2 possible recreational players who haven't fully committed yet. Day 3, we have Action Dan filling in for Rampage, as well as Hands, which I'm sure a lot of you guys remember from last year's game.
Oh my god!
Day 3 is still short at least 1 player, so someone should be getting added to the lineup in the next couple weeks. Day 4, we have Alan Keating coming back in for the final day, along with DoorDash owner Stanley Tang. Feldman only gave us a list of 6 players for the last day, but says that the last 2 players would be announced in the next couple weeks. As of right now, day 1 is looking like the strongest lineup out of the 4, but I'm sure as the game gets closer, we'll be getting a lot more players added to the games last minute. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to hit the like button, and I'll see you guys in the next one.